All fired up for another video from Horizon. All men need to see this. Man outsmarts ex-wife after she tried to take everything he has.
Demanded half of his property. Only the court told her that her millionaire husband owned nothing.
I'm not signing papers, man. That's not my daughter.
Don't throw this
I'm not paying child support. We get divorced, right?
Watching my ex thrive, it's a beautiful thing, but it's really triggering for me.
Did you hear what Tom Brady did to his ex-wife? Allegedly, when his wife filed for divorce, she demanded half of his property. Only the court told her that her millionaire husband owned nothing. Apparently, all of his property is registered under his mother's name. Because he transferred his assets to his mother, he technically owns nothing, which means he doesn't owe her anything.
The court notified me that my final decree of divorce has been approved by the judge. I know that it sucks being alone. I come home and I'm alone. I go everywhere alone. I don't hardly talk to him anymore. I don't blame him. I filed for the divorce. So I'm sure people are wondering, well, you filed. Why are you so upset? Why are you crying? Just because you make a decision that you think is going to end up making things better doesn't mean that you have to give up the fact that you love that person or that you did it because you were trying or whatever. I've never met anybody like him, and I've never loved anybody like him either, but I don't want a divorce. I still am very much in love with my husband.
What did you really expect, lady? You filed for divorce and then you are crying again of the outcome. What did you expect? Guys, women are so much loyal to their feelings. At some point, she was feeling like divorcing. She felt like, oh, you know what? The freedom out there of not being married. She probably had some people mislead her how it is to be divorced. And, now she's regretting.
Dating someone pretty intensely for the last 6 weeks, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. It was full. We were full of conversation and laughter and friendship and all these wonderful things, but for various reasons we're just at different life stages and doesn't necessarily have a long-term compatibility. So I know it was the right decision for us to end it, but I'm also sad because it was really fun and I don't want that to stop. But it's also annoying that didn't work out and I have to go back to dating because it's really hard.
It's a harrowing confrontation between a man, his wife, and her lover.
She's my wife, man! She's my wife!
It's almost painful to watch as 48-year-old Keith King struggles with his wife's lover as he pleads with her to come home.
Steenie, you're picking him over me? You're picking him over me now?
I don't want this!
Now, this bitter love triangle has led to a shocking court verdict. Keith King sued his wife's lover and was just awarded $9 million. Here's Les Trent.
That controversial lawsuit was heard right here in this courthouse. Keith King claimed that his marriage was in perfect shape until that stranger came along and stole his wife and ruined everything.
Every time he knew I was out of town, he was coming into town.
Attorneys Joanne Foyle and Dorothy O'Neill represented Keith King.
You don't have to prove that there was a perfect marriage, just that there was some genuine love and affection in the marriage.
Keith King owns a BMX stunt show that performs at NFL halftime shows in state fairs across America. His 33-year-old wife Danielle worked with him as an MC. She says the marriage was already in trouble before she became involved with another man. He discovered Danielle was cheating when he found flirtatious texts on her phone.
I called him from her phone, and I said, she's a married woman. Leave her alone. Don't you ever contact her again.
But he says the affair continued for months in secret. Then last year, Danielle moved out of their home. Soon after, Keith went to her new apartment and was shocked to find the lover, Francisco Hooser, there.
She's my wife, man! She's my wife! That is my wife, man!
You need to stop.
That's my wife! You are rude.
Tell me about.
Oh man, that's so bad to watch. I mean, the man is breaking down. She's reduced him to that. Like, imagine he has to go through that. He's even crying, and guess the person that's holding him back. Another guy who's giving it to your wife, of course. Oh, man needs to see this.
That day,
Oh man.
you confronted your wife and her lover.
If she had been in a car accident and I walked up on the car accident and saw her, dead in the car, that's what it felt like to me. I felt like I just witnessed her die.
Keith says he considers the $9 million award to be a hollow victory because he'd give anything for his old life back.
There isn't a dollar amount that you can put on it for what I think my family's worth.
She's my wife, man. She's my wife.
He got paid. Not knowing how much he kept after tax.
Watching my ex thrive, it's a beautiful thing, but it's really triggering for me because I walked away with literally having to start over after 12 years of starting over, of wondering if I'm going to be able to keep a roof over my head with my boys and not being able to just go out and play in our backyard like we used to, and wondering if I'm going to be able to feed them.
Accountability, lady. You filed for divorce. What did you expect? You expected the man to continue taking care of you, huh? Come on now. Let's be responsible for our actions.
I'm not signing them papers, man. That's not my daughter.
Don't throw this
I'm not
at me.
paying child
Don't
support.
throw
We getting
them
divorced,
at me.
right?
Excuse
She's
me.
not my daughter biologically.
You signed these adoption papers, giving these child the same biological rights as a child do as your own.
Bro, I didn't sign the birth certificate. What adoption paper? Where I signed them at?
I got the papers.
Okay, you got the papers. You ain't got no
Somewhere,
papers.
Somewhere.
Did he sign the birth certificate?
No, he didn't sign it.
I didn't sign the birth certificate. That's what I'm saying. That's not my daughter biologically. Her daddy in
But
jail.
she was there since she was born.
Okay, what that mean?
You adopted her, though. I got the adoption papers somewhere.
Okay, but what that mean?
Somewhere.
I'm not paying child support.
We were married for 7 years.
Just pull up.
Yes, you were married for 7 years. So in all fairness, regardless what the laws say, this man went out of his way to take care of your kid. It's not his kid. He loved the kid. And now the marriage is ended. You want him to pay child support? He may not even have access to the child. That child will not even remember his name. She will never even know. He will never know the guy. But you still want to be paid. Come on now.
The birth certificate.
Okay, it don't really matter if we was married or not. It don't really matter. That's not my daughter.
Like,
I'm not about to pay child support. You move on, meet somebody else. Then he taking care of you and your daughter. You getting double benefits. How did that sound?
Once you adopt this child, it becomes yours in the same.
But what I'm saying is,
as
where the
biological
papers at?
child. I understand. Do you have the papers?
She don't know where the papers is even at.
in,
That's what I'm saying. She's so unorganized. That's why we getting divorced now. You're not organized.
First of all, you're the reason why my brain is fucked
whatever.
up.
But this your choice.
Let's pump the brakes.
This is your
We're
choice.
gonna take a break. We're gonna come back in like 15 minutes.
This is your choice.
It's 15 minutes. Can we talk about
15 minutes for what? I'm not signing that. It's not my
Where's the
key.
papers? You're signing these papers. You
I'm not
her
signing
life
nothing. No,
for
I'm not.
7+
I just told you I'm not
years.
signing this.
Since she's been born.
This paper, I'm not signing. I'm not signing that. You want this is her decision to get divorced. So why should I pay for her daughter that's not mine biologically? Whether you think I adopted her or not, I took care of her.
Give us 15 and we'll figure this out.
Okay, you might need 15. You know what I'm saying?
You're just throwing away 7 years of being in your daughter's
You're throwing away 7 years.
You raised her.
This was your idea, not mine.
You raised her. We were together.
This is your idea, not mine.
You know what?
That daughter became his daughter when you were married. She became like, it's not like he started taking care of that kid before you were married. He started taking care of that kid when you're married. And now you're no longer married. Why should he continue taking care of the kid? Where's the real father at? It's just been 7 years. I mean, you can find him. You can go dig him up somewhere.
That's why I didn't get divorced?
Look, we're not getting anywhere.
Okay.
Let's just take 15 minutes to cool off and come
How
back.
you don't want to help me take care of Charlotte?
Yo, you being unprofessional.
How you
right now.
don't want to help me take care of
You're
Charlotte?
very unprofessional.
So what I'm supposed to
Talk
tell
to your
Charlotte?
lawyer.
So what I'm supposed to tell her?
Tell her that we
So
get
what am I
divorced.
supposed to tell her?
Okay, I'm
So
not
you
signing that.
just
Quit
walking
on
out
that
of
at
her
me.
life completely?
Yes, I am.
That's fucked up.
I'm closing this chapter in my life. You want a divorce? I'm closing the chapter on you and Charlotte. I'm not
You
taking care
never
of either
wondered
one of
why I
y'all.
wanted the
Wait a minute. So here they are discussing one kid, which is the kid that the guy found adopted. They never had any kids. So she wants him to pay child support for the kid that's not his. But why didn't she give him also kids? Or maybe it's not worthy. In her mind, in her autonomy, it's not worthy to give her kids. Maybe she didn't love him. Because, you know, look, this kind of thing where like you're stepping, yeah, then they step mom, like, you know, sometimes they'll be with you maybe because of what you can do for them, or you can take care of their kids, but they won't want to have your kids. They're not going to carry your kids. They want the Ray Ray and the Pookie to give them kids. They don't want you. You are too responsible. They don't want you. They don't want your babies. They only want Pookies and Ray Rays because that's what keeps them going. You know, so they keep on making all these bad decisions. She couldn't have his babies. Why? Is he too responsible? Is it because he's not a Ray Ray or a Pookie? Come on now.
divorce? You never asked me why I wanted the divorce.
Okay, you got a
You don't
divorce.
think it's something that you did wrong?
No, I ain't do nothing wrong.
You don't think so?
I ain't do nothing wrong.
A woman
That's
don't
why I'm
want a
not
divorce
taking
for
care
no
of you and
reason.
Charlotte. 'Cause I ain't do nothing wrong. You just walking away because you probably got a dude. You probably got a dude or something. I don't know what's going
If
on.
I had a dude, I wouldn't be asking you for no. For no
Okay, but
child
check this
support.
out. I'm not about to take care of you. I ain't about to take care of Charlotte. You gonna move on, meet somebody else. He gonna do the same thing that I was doing. Come in there and play daddy for your daughter. Play daddy like I've been playing daddy for all these years. And then I'm not about to pay for stuff. And then she gets stuff from two that she don't have two daddies.
It's important to understand that when you signed the adoption papers, it became your daughter as well.
Yeah, but I didn't. Where the papers at? Y'all ain't got the paperwork.
That's why we need 15 minutes to recoup.
Okay, man. Y'all go recoup. 15 minutes. Go recoup. Go recoup. I'll be here. Y'all want me to leave? What y'all gonna do?
It's probably in the other binder. Okay, let's just get the other binder.
That's just crazy how he spent 7 years with our daughter. My baby daddy is in jail.
Yeah, I spent a whole lot of money on y'all too. I ain't spending no more money.
And I didn't ask you to do it. I
Okay.
never asked you to do any of
I
what
did it
you
because
did.
I loved you.
And you
I
don't
love
love
your daughter.
Charlotte?
But
Okay,
guess what?
so
The love
what?
is gone. The thrill is gone. You know, BB King, the
The
thrill
love
is
is
gone.
gone. So love just
It's gone.
flies.
Closing the chapter right now. Like, go take your little break. 15-minute break. Go take your break. Come back. I'm not signing that paper. I will sign a divorce paper, but I'm not paying no child support. If I
I'm
got,
gonna find the adoption papers, and you're gonna sign this paper.
okay, whatever. I'm gonna get me a lawyer too. I don't care. I'm gonna
Get
get an
your
attorney
lawyer.
too.
The papers are signed.
Okay, I'm gonna get a lawyer. We're not even gonna discuss this anymore. I'm done. Y'all done? Cause I'm gonna get a lawyer.
There's two ways to really handle this. You can get a lawyer, which is by your own regard you're able to do. But the more this is dragged out, the more it becomes more like child support and less like supporting Charlotte like you already have been. And one seems a little more expensive than the other.
All right,
And
whatever.
those are the only two.
I'm gonna get a
routes that we
lawyer.
see.
I can pay for the money. I can afford a lawyer. I'm cool. So y'all
So
can.
you really not trying
Y'all
to
can go
find
talk about some different terms.
You're not shit.
Yo, what's wrong with you? Why you doing all
I'm
that?
over this bullshit.
You see what she got on, bro? That's why I'm cool, bro. She out here thotting and stuff, man. I'm cool. I'm gonna get a lawyer. I'm not signing that. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. I'm gonna get a lawyer, bro.
Guys, thanks for watching and subscribe to the channel. Watch my over 450 videos on the channel. Maybe you might subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.